Herkese merhaba. Oyunlara kaldığımız yerden devam. Nereden gideceğim la ben?
Niles, dear, your relationship with Valerie is just so unique. I've never witnessed such a close connection between you and an automech.
Val was there for me through my worst years. Kept me flying straight and level. I did the same for her, in a more literal sense. We've always been able to count on each other.
That must have been nice, dear. Counting is integral to our entire way of life in the Order.
Strength in numbers, right? That's gotta be the end ray range. I'm looking forward to having some...
Use of ammunition.
Never let a locked door stop us before. Let's look for another way in. Law. You can bet this is the work of those cultists we tangled with outside. And what's the gain from butchering a bunch of scientists?
Ben hangisini nereden bileceğim ki?
.36 cubed, divided by the standard rate of fluid flow, and then you...
Best talk quick, Commander. Won't give me any answers once that bullet's finished.
I was unaware that Victor, that is, Archivist Clemens, requested aid. Did he? I hope you're here to help regardless. Architect's mercy, thank you. It is so much easier to be polite when I needn't fear all of my bones. Oh, dear Archivist Clemens has been so strange lately. So distant, so... He's deeper in the facility, working on something he deemed... And with all those cultists gallivanting about, I don't fancy it. 3 days ago, the range was inundated with feet. I've seen few firsthand. But that isn't because they've gone. Rather, I believe they have become visibility deficient. Oh, there's no such thing as invisibility. It's a shame the facility is in shambles. We've an N-race. The scanner is an optic. It was stored nearby. But with a I appreciate...
There's the N-ray device that exemplar Foxworth mentioned.
Give the word and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Aşağıya nereden ineceğim ne ben?
I appreciate your help. Dying makes it so difficult to see the results of your theses. You can use it to see the wires connecting this door to the nearest override panel. Try not. I appreciate.
Doors open. Time to make a way.
You've opened the way forward. Very good work.
Combat problem. Come back and stand.
You cannot remain here. Complication after it was all well and good to end those cultists' suffering. But that was but the barest tip of the day.
Nereye geldik amına koyayım?
Victor, I fully up. Dead is. But if we. And the longer. But. Victor, I. Dead is. But if we. And the longer you. But. I.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Threat detected.
Look at the sad little sprat.
Investigating hostile intentions.
Friend?
Nereden gidiyor? Bunlar ne diye geçiyor bunun mermisi ya? Gidelim şimdi ha.
What portion of the spectrum is
To any fool enough to approach my hideout, I once again ask you to stop. Unseen traps, whether cultist or wayward scientist, you will be killed. I cannot afford your interruption. I cannot believe this. How many times must I say only death lies ahead? Observe. You have... is over. Please.
Rusty there, Commander.
you? My entreaties were never going to pierce your stubborn will. Not when we spoke before, not when you reached my traps. There is but one option left to me. To save Arcadia. To ensure the future. I was warned that you would attempt to. You would use subterfuge to if De Vries does not receive my explosive, she will resort to a violent assault. I thought this explosive vest would be an unnecessary precaution. All I can hope is that by blasting us both from the field of play, want has nothing to do with it. And you cannot possibly understand whether I am or am not capable of martyrdom. You do not know my depth of character. The time for talk.
Al mı lan? Hihi.
So, Abbot Newell sent you to my manufactory to lower... Good, good. For a poor... The order has been made out to be in the wrong here. It would be a shame for hostilities to reignite before we find out who's responsible. May all our...
Oğlum ne yapacağım anlamadım ki. Hı.
My fellow Loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
Swear I can't lie low for 20 years without everything in the order falling apart. Well, suppose we better head to the monastery now, yes?
Sorry. Got some kind of
So
tickle
many
in my
dead,
chest.
places falling apart. If I found a way off this rock, would you... No, it's stupid.
Friends, neighbors, while you shelter in matriarch's person. Shame what happened there. I seen the whole thing. Every scientician yearns to visit the archive on Callisto. One day, it will process all of our equations.
Uzun mermiler al abi. Allah Allah, uzun mermiler nereye gitti? Allah Allah.
Grand architect. First... How in the void were you able to call the lift? No, a rogue faction has taken over the monastery. My seer Wiley, is trapped up there with other hostages of the Order. Before you leave, there's more you should know. While you were conducting your investigation, representatives of Auntie's Choice in the Order are meeting. I know I mentioned it before, but compartmentalization is crucial to the success of most of the Order's operations. I wish I could offer more details than that. But I'm afraid I won't be accompanying you. I can't be sure my presence wouldn't all... Once you reach the monastery, make your go forth at...
Have you beheld that
If it's
new
this
rifle
bad
at the
down here?
monastery?
Monastery.
Can't
the
imagine what the
The one
situation's like
Wiley designed,
upstairs.
right? Uses a tracking algorithm, never misses.
Infinite XP yapsak ne olur?
Are you sure that rope can support us?
I am 100% certain that tensile strength is marginally greater than our combined weight. Probably.
Wait, look! Someone just came up via the lift. It must be... Void it all! I told him he wasn't going to make it. Is this why Wiley's ilk spared him? Because the seer already predicted. Roger always said he wanted his body donated to the Order if it'd help advance the plan. But I'm sure this wasn't what he had in mind.
That's all bluster. We're an unpredicted variable in his equations, and he knows it.
Is concluded. Now is the time for execution.
Nice.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Random elements. Let's not protract.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Hostile in proximity. Resorting to violence. Mobilizing. Those junction boxes look familiar. The N-ray scanner should show how they're wired.
Aborting search.
Another one.
Combat probable. Whoever wired this place should be shot. Find me. Rewire in a more straightforward fashion. Batten scan. Target at torpification. Time for a quick bit.
Bu nerede amına koyayım ya?
I think my leg's beginning to cramp. Proceeding to
Tamam.
Look, I know this ain't gonna get to the abbot, but I have complaints that need registering anyhow. This monastery's too big for the staff we've got, and it sure seems like the scienticians and theorists here ain't fixated on keeping neat. I might just be a novice, but at 73 years of age, I have enough self-respect that I shouldn't be picking up another body's lavation towels. Still, ain't as bad as it was in Auntie's choice. But that don't mean it's good. I just ask you folks to remember that there's more of importance out here than just your numbers.
Ananı sikeyim. Tövbe tövbe ya.
This the abbot's room? For a monk, our friend's sure not short on amenities.
Bakalım neler saklıyor. O uzun mermi yok, görüyor musun burada? Niye acaba? Allah Allah. Çok ilginç ya. Cephanede yok.
The stalwart agent arrives. You go through the door on the right. You'll find the means to save them. Leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror.
I know a stall tactic when I see one. Calls on you, though, dear.
The Seer's already proven willing to kill for his cause. I think these folks aren't long for this world if we don't help.
Entirely depends on your priorities. My former department would say keeping on mission is of paramount importance. But I no longer think I agree.
Praise high probability. Wiley found us here.
I'm guessing this safe is part of Wiley's puzzle. Odd how obvious he's made it.
He's lost his wits. Kept going on about his puzzle in the research wing upstairs.
I've heard the Order
That must
enjoys
be
a
where
good
he
brain
hid the
teaser,
key
but
to
this
stop the
seems
press.
excessive.
Enemy proxy.
Followed by detonation!
Extrapolating.
Hostilities are afoot.
Grenade on its...
I have a fix on their weaknesses. Way to get the ball rolling. This laborious exercise is obviously intended to consume precious time.
Ne sikim bir şeydir ya.
going? Don't leave us! Come back!
Ha.
Ah, see? Didn't I tell you our friend would be back?
Hurry! Disable the card press machine!
Oh, thank the
Time will tell if that was a good idea.
Not that I was concerned, mind you.
Thank you, stranger. We should be okay here for now. Go pay Wiley his just dividends. For all of us.
Amına kodum yerde kimse yolu göstermiyor.
Stamped onto a test of order aptitude.
He tells me.
I'll handle this. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Corpificator at ready status. Necessary vulnerabilities identified. Energy transmitter deployed for battlefield recharging. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Confirmed. Combatant scan. Combatant analysis.
Grenade in proximity!
Standing by to stupefy. Target.
3-2 miydi? Neydi? 32 100.
Who doesn't appreciate a good orrery? Worthless people, that's who.
So Clemens and Svoboda's killer arrives. So much of our plan ruined because of your meddling. Victor's explosives would have minimized casualties on both sides. You may have bested my peers, but they were never my equal anyway. And neither are you. You took so long, I was beginning to think my little puzzle actually stumped you. You seem confused. Allow me to delineate on the totality of your failure. Saving the hostages, I was able to transmit not only the coordinates for the peace talks, but also the station's security protocols, giving Augustine control over its automechanicals. She has everything. I trust you're not implying something untoward.
Don't worry. We already know DeVries ain't got a heart that could spare 2 beats for anyone. And you seem awful frugal in that.
The Order has been dislocated from its ideals, becoming the opposite of all they espouse. DeVries and I...
All I hear is empty bluster from an amateur schemer whose only success so far is failing loudly at a sloppy plan. This slapdash takeover of yours is graceless and rushed and reeks of ineptitude and desperation.
And who are you, exactly?
Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor.
The endpoint. No. The
Our aims are so similar, I'd almost consider joining you. Had you not proven yourself such bumbling fools, dragging me into your... Consider how much uncertainty has been introduced into your equations. Can you have any confidence in your predictions at this point?
I see what you're both trying to do. Rattle me. Go on then, Agent. Call off your attack, Canid. I have no wish to trade blows with the endpoint.
Perhaps your proctor friend can help you model my rates of lethality.
You underestimate my powers of precognition, endpoint. I can't conceive of a reason why my survival should matter to you.
I was just wondering this.
However, as a matter of professional curiosity, let's entertain the hypothetical. I stand down. Then what? If my numbers had supported such an outcome, do you truly believe I would have elected for all this disorder? None of this is going according to my calculations. I certainly failed to predict your attempt to negotiate. How could I have failed to recognize such gaps in my predictions? I checked and triple-checked. What more could I have done? Where did I err? Enough. Please. Your point has been sufficiently made. I've already sent Augustine everything she needs, though I cannot say whether the information will be useful. Now I must send word to my allies here at the monastery to stand down and notify them of my resignation. To believe I mattered in the plan's grand scheme. Leave me be.
Yeah. I have grown. I fear this. The last thing any of use the method. I'm much. However, though the code. Yet we must.
should return to the incognito. Get on over to the location of those peace talks. God will beat DeVries there, but we ought to try.
I'm much obliged, however, though the code, yet we must act. I have grown worried. I fear this. The last thing, use the method. I'm, however, though the code, yet we must act. I'm much, however, though the code, yet we must. I fear this. The last thing, use the method.
Bir şeyler oldu ama.
Agent, over here. It seems the situation here has been resolved, but I don't see Seer Wiley. Were you able to secure his safety? You are welcome to collect the experimental weapon back inside the observatory. May all your future endeavors proceed in accordance to the...
At least it was a clean dissection. Roger would appreciate that, I think.
Evet dostlar, videoyu burada sonlandıracağım. Bir sonraki görevlerde görüşmek üzere. Kendinize iyi bakın. Sağlıcakla
I
kalın.
read that you'd have questions about our predictive method. None of the Department of Predictive Analysis. After, of course, prediction. You, regrettably, I have built.